Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to call the public hearing for September 6, 2022 to order. I'll start off by reading a statement. This council meeting is being convened in order to hold public hearings on land use matters. At this hearing, the public and anyone who believes their interest in property is affected may speak or present written submissions. Everyone will be given a reasonable opportunity to be heard. No one should feel discouraged from making their views known. Those of you who wish to speak or have registered with the city clerk should, after being recognized by the chair, begin by stating your name and your address. If you have provided a written submission, please make this known at the beginning of your presentation. All written submissions will be retained by the city clerk, will form part of the record of the hearing. Each speaker may address the hearing a maximum of twice. The first presentation will be limited to a maximum of 10 minutes. Your comments must be relevant and not obstruct the hearing. Any additional presentation, which must be on new information, will be limited to 3 minutes. Members of council may ask questions of you following your presentation. However, the function of council members during a public hearing is to listen to the views of the public, not to debate the merits of matters with citizens. Any debate by members of council will occur at the subsequent vote. So the order of proceedings will normally be, first of all, the city clerk will briefly describe the matter under consideration. Then the applicant or their agent will be invited to make a brief presentation of up to 10 minutes, followed by the city clerk will identify any written submissions received. Then oral submissions from the public will be heard, and further written submissions, if any, will be received. And finally, the hearing will be closed and matters may be considered. Please note that delegations must present in a respectful manner without interference or comment from the audience. City Council is committed to ensuring a safe and respectful environment and supports the right of the community to bring comments forward. Please observe these rules, and if you have any concerns with the manner in which the hearing is conducted, direct your comments to the chair. So, Mr. Clerk, the first item.
Thank you, Worship. Item number 1 is Heritage Revitalization Agreement 10700 Railway Avenue, bylaw 10386. The location is 10700 Railway Avenue. The applicant is MLK Properties Limited. The purpose is to enter into a heritage revitalization agreement to protect the R.G. Ransford House and to construct a detached garage and a coach house at 10700 Railway Avenue. First reading was given July 11th, 2022.
All right, now, I understand we've got a couple of registered delegations. I think they are the applicants. Maybe I could ask, we've got Sam Toma. Sam, are you on the line?
Yes.
Okay, you're one of the applicants?
Well, I'm the designer, yeah.
Sorry, you're the designer.
Yeah.
Okay, do you have anything to add, or are you just here for questions?
No, just your question.
All right, then we have Lloyd Kinney.
Hi, yes, I'm here. General
And,
contractor?
okay, you're here to answer questions if necessary?
Correct.
Okay. Is there anyone here in council chambers, do you wish to address us on this subject?
No, we're the property owners, or we're just here to answer any questions.
Okay, and maybe you could just stand and tell us your names just for the record then?
Ari Burstein, this is Ruth Burstein.
Okay, and so you're the property owners, you'll answer questions if anybody has any. Okay, thank you. Written submissions.
Your Worship, we have one written submission received from Claudia Ho in opposition to the application.
All right. So, does anybody else have anything they want to say about this project? Okay, council consideration. Moved and seconded. Any discussion on that? We'll call the question. All those in favor? Any opposed? That is carried.
Move adoption. Second.
Moved and second. Any discussion? All those in favor? Any opposed? That is carried. Thank you. So that concludes that item, but just FYI.
Thank you, everybody.
Um, Next item, Mr. Clerk.
Item number 2 is Richmond zoning bylaw 8500, amendment bylaw 10388. Location is 6340 Granville Avenue. The applicant is Simarbir S. Kangura and Lakbir S. Kangura. The purpose is to rezone the subject property from the single detached RS1E zone to the compact single detached RC2 zone to permit the property to be subdivided to create 2 single-family lots with vehicle access from the rear lane. First reading was given July 11th, 2022.
Okay, so the applicant, their names are Kangura. I've got that Lakbir Singh Kangura is remotely, you're in the meeting, are you, sir?
Yes, I am in a meeting.
Did you wish to make a presentation or just await questions?
Yes, question.
All right, any written submissions?
Your worship, yes, we have the written submission from Claudia Ho in opposition to the application. This was mistakenly read for item 1. This is for item 2. Thank you.
Okay, all right, that makes sense. All right, and that's the only one? Okay. Is there anybody here who wishes to address council on this item, on the Granville Avenue application?
Move second, third.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion on that? Counselor Day.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask the applicant whether the suites were going to be family-friendly or not.
Well, what do you mean by family-friendly?
Well, more than one bedroom, 2 bedrooms up.
Oh, well, first of all, let's ask staff that question. Yes?
Yes, through your worship, Councillor Day. Sorry about the echo. They're proposing one.
Echoing.
You need to mute your audio.
Sorry, can you hear me better? Thank you. Through your worship to Councillor Day, the applicants are proposing 1-bedroom suites in each of the new homes, approximately 36 meters square each.
Is there any possibility of changing that to a 2-bedroom unit in either or both of those suites? Is there enough space?
Through your worship, I think I'd have to put that question to the applicant.
Well, under the current application, can that be done? That would have to then be referred back, wouldn't it?
Through your worship, that's correct. Oh, no, sorry.
No, if I may, through your worship, the application before you secures minimum 1-bedroom suites. Through the design process, those could be increased to 2-bedroom. Having said that, we do always have this discussion with applicants prior to bringing reports forward. All the applicant is willing to commit to at this point in time is 2 1-bedroom suites.
All right, so you can continue the discussion through the design process. All right? Anyone else? Okay, so I'll call the question on the motion on the floor. All those in favor? Any opposed? That is carried. Next item, Mr. Clerk.
Your worship, item number 3 is Richmond zoning bylaw 8500, amendment bylaw 10391. Location is 11760 Williams Road. The applicant is Packland Properties, care of Khalid Hassan. The purpose is to rezone the subject property from the single detached RS1E zone to the compact single detached RC2 zone to permit a subdivision to create 2 single-family lots with vehicle access from the rear lane. First reading was given July 11th, 2022.
All right, is the applicant here tonight, either virtually or in person? Doesn't appear to be. All right, any written submissions?
We have none.
All right, does anybody want to speak to us on this item on the agenda?
Move second, third.
Moved and seconded. Counselor Wolf.
Thank you, Your Worship. In planning and previous approvals of this, I did raise the potential, I guess, win that the development and the city could have if we wouldn't treat this just like we do all the other properties along this stretch of an arterial road. This is the end of the stretch of houses or properties. You could look at the map on page PH 137 to see that this one is the last one before the large parking lot of the church on 5 Road. And as such, instead of just treating it as split the property in two and put 2 large houses on it with suites, we could put potentially more suites. It doesn't have a neighbor on that side. There could be some alteration of setback. I did try and bring up that perhaps waiting until the OCP amendment goes through, where we target sites like this to have more density. The applicant's not here to respond to that, so I will have a similar vote as I did last time. Thank you.
All right, Counselor Day.
And my question is to staff, again, this is the last one on Williams, just before the church. And if we go to page PH 139, it shows there's a lane basically on the south side and the lane on the north-south side, on the east side. So I'm just wondering if we're going to be able to expand the size of that lane, because that's a fairly popular lane, given there are so many homes on Williams that have now been divided into 2 lots where there used to only be 1. So will there be any widening of that north-south lane between this development and the church parking lot at Williams and number 5 Road?
Go ahead.
Through your worship to Councillor Day, there is no widening of the lane. However, the city is taking a corner cut at the southeast corner of the property to further daylight that intersection. Any redevelopment of the adjacent property to the east would also include laneway improvements, thereby improving the overall condition of the lane.
So the big change between this and the other developments further to the west would be that we cut off the corner, and we're taking that from making those turns from the east-west lane to the north-south lane.
Through
All
your
right.
worship to Councillor Day, that's correct.
Okay, that makes more sense. Thank you.
All right, with that, we will call, no, it's already on the floor. So with that, we'll call the question. All those in favor? Those opposed? That is carried with Councillor Wolf in opposition. Next item, Mr. Clerk.
Item number 4 is Richmond zoning bylaw 8500, amendment bylaw 10404. The location is 7480 Williams Road. The applicant is Deluxe Custom Homes Limited. The purpose is to rezone the subject property from the single detached RS1E zone to the Coach House ZS12 Broadmoor zone to permit the property to be subdivided to create 2 lots with shared driveway access from Williams Road. First reading was given July 25th, 2022.
Okay, is the applicant here for this item? You are, did you want to make a presentation or just you can wait at questions if you want?
We'll just wait for, let's just start Dad's property.
All right. Written submissions. Sorry? None?
We have none.
Okay. Is there anybody here wanting to speak to this item? No?
First, second, third.
Moved and seconded. Counselor Day.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mayor Brody. So it states on page 152 that the principal dwelling will, of course, face the street, and the attached garage with secondary story units will face the shared driveway. Just want to make sure there's not going to be any balconies facing the lane that would encroach upon the people living on the other side of the lane on Nevis Road.
Oops. Through your worship to Councillor Day, that is correct. There would not be. Yeah.
All right, just want to make sure. Thank you so much.
Okey-doke. We'll call the question then. All those in favor? Any opposed? That's carried. And we're now adjourned. Thank you very much.